fun. That seems to be the theme. Everybody we talk to, they enjoy this event because they see people they don't always see. They see them here once a year. They have a good time, and I would assume that's a lot of the reason why you guys do this year in, year out.
Yes, I've raced since '83. We're pretty much raced everything but a sprint car. Burn out on the $300 to win stuff every week. These are what we have fun with.
Spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. If pop a bottle about to make it rain, let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do,
folks, we're down here on the front straightaway. Night one official results winner, Mr. Lawrence Meklacek. If I butchered that, I'll get you to say it right out of Corpus Christi. Tell me what it's like to run 300 laps at that pace and then get out. I think you mentioned something to me. You're getting too old for this, but you look pretty sporty out there to me.
I was about halfway through that deal, and I know I'm too old for this. I just kept plugging, and I don't, this is only the second enduro I've run, and I didn't know, how to pace myself or anything. I just try to get up there on the cushion and save the tires and keep it rolling.
playing old rock songs on an air guitar, posing for your picture like a superstar. Yeah, come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do,
folks, we're back down here, finally cut off with Randy Bubba Seals. Now, we can talk enduros all we want, but you got the coolest car collection in the world. I know you don't keep them long, you sell them. I enjoy the social media posts, but talk to us a little bit about the Lone Star 600. What brings you back here? Looks like you had a really good run tonight, but what is it about this event to get you to get that fire suit?
All right, see if we can get these sprint cars pushed off here. These R410 non-wing sprint cars, they aren't going to be the easiest things to push off on this this moist dirt, but we'll see what they'll get them rolling here. And ones with the four-wheelers ought to be a lot of fun to watch try to get started. At 91, the white car with just a 9-1 on it's Craig Oaks, one of our local favorites there, Craig Oaks in the 91. Neil Matuska out of Waxahachie in the 48X, who just pushed off down through 1 and 2. See if I can catch some numbers on these guys. The other 48 is Caden Mercury out of Terrell, Texas. Like I said, some of them, they got to get down in the infield to get a little more traction because there's literally zero traction up on the track right now. It's pretty slick, but they're going to help us fix that by running a few laps here. The 63 is Chris Williams out of Terrell, Texas also, and the 15 is Colton Corbin out of Kaufman, Texas. I think of that other one, there's Justin Zimmerman out of Athens. Yeah, the old four-wheeler's having some issues with the 63 here. Need a little stouter push buggy. All right, looks like we got them all firing here. We got them all firing. All right, so the track's just going to get faster and faster, folks. Right now it's like, well, they're a little slippery and sliding, but they'll back them into the turn all night long. But right now the track is really greasy, which is kind of where we want to start. That way it gives y'all a hell of a track later tonight. It needs to be greasy early on, and then we'll work its way into being an awesome track before we're done here tonight, folks. So don't get discouraged. Like they ain't fast enough for you. They're going to get fast, crazy fast. Just give them time here. We got to get this track just like we want it, and then it's going to get really good and start working its way towards the top. The goal is they're going to run some on the bottom, and as they wear out that bottom, it'll work its way to the top, and we'll have a good top groove, bottom groove, and lots of good side-by-side racing all night long in every class. So here we go, get another group out. See, these guys will really help work the track. That's why we waited on the factory stocks, is they all got them big, slick 10-inch tires, asphalt tires on those factory stocks out there. It'll help to have these guys run some of this top grease off to get that track better for them to get their hot laps in and get ready to go. Mason Smith out of Wichita Falls in that 31 that just pushed off. The 36, Kevin Reed out of Claremore, Oklahoma. Kevin Reed out of Claremore, Oklahoma in the 36. The one going by there, the white one, that's Paul White. Paul White in the one. Very familiar name down here in South Texas to us, Paul White. The AK-47 is Nick Stewart out of Amarillo. The 41 is Trent Dixon. Trent Dixon, youngster out of here, out of East Bernard, Texas, coming out tonight to play with the big boys a little bit, have some fun. Great to see Trent Dixon, first-year sprint car driver. He's still too young to be allowed to compete in the IMCA levels, so this is a different sanctioning body, ASCS, American Sprint Car Series, so he's allowed to compete. And excited to have him out here tonight. He'll be starting scratching our heat number 2, Trent Dixon in the 41. What's up, Jude? So up here hanging with my buddy Jude Allgaier. Tell me, was Trent Dixon excited to get the opportunity to race these non-wing?
Yes, very.
Very. This will be his first chance in a non-wing, right?
Yes.
Have you raced your restrictor with a wing and without a wing, or has it always been with a wing?
Both.
Both. What do you think about this non-wing stuff?
It's pretty cool.
All right, here we go. The Race on Texas drone out there making some laps tonight. Excited to have Race on Texas bringing all the live action here to everybody from Texana Raceway Park right into their homes. And they couldn't make it out here for this. They get the opportunity to watch right there at their house. Race on Texas. If you don't have it, get it. You can't beat it. You can watch every lap live if you can't make it here, or you can re-watch the races, which is what I do weekly. I go and watch all the racing I can to kind of study and learn and see what everybody else is doing and how they're doing it and what calls that we make good or bad and things like that. But see if they're going to give these guys a couple more laps here. We can get this one fired back off. And we'll get on with our factory stocks and on to opening ceremony. All right. Clear the check. We'll get our factory stocks and right on to opening ceremonies just a few minutes. Get this show on the road for you. Appreciate y'all coming out to Texana Raceway Park tonight to catch the show. We're looking forward to a good show out of these sprint cars along with the rest of our classes. Hopefully our regular classes that you get to see every week here will put on as good a show as anything. So, you know, there's always value in coming every Saturday night here to Texana Raceway Park that we race. Next race ain't till May 14th. May 14th will be the next one after tonight. All right. Again, thank you for coming out to Texana Raceway Park tonight. We're going to get this thing started. We'll make a couple laps here, and then we'll go to our prayer and national anthem. So here we go.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, so time to get it started. Thank you again for coming out and joining us tonight for the ASCS Elite Tour coming into town here at Texana Raceway Park. We're excited to have them. We're excited to have all our racers out here in every division. We'll start the night off with a prayer followed by our national anthem. So if you will, remove cover, rise, bow your heads and pray with me. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings, all the opportunities you give us to come out and enjoy a night of racing and fellowship and fun and being around each other. Thank you for giving us the opportunities to live in a free country. We ask that you watch over all our drivers tonight as they go out and compete. Make it fair, honest, and fun for everyone. We ask that you watch over all the crew members, all the officials, that they make great calls, and all the fans as they make their way home tonight. Thank you for allowing them to come out and join us in a night of fun. We ask that you watch over all of our military and government as we live in the best country in the world, and it's all thanks to you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, remain standing for our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's
All right. Now for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engines. First up tonight, Southern Sport Mods. On the pole, out of China Grove, Texas, in the 14, that's going to be Trent Beaver. Outside the front row in that beautiful Nueces Brewing Company number 77, Cody Beto out of Corpus Christi. Inside row 2 is going to be the 879 Armadillo Motorsports, number 879 of Marcus Maklachek. Outside him, the 93 is Mark Greiner. Row number 3 is going to find the 410, who did not make it out. That's supposed to be Audrey Joe. It's green light. I don't know what we were doing here on this start. They were all asleep on us. The 11X is Brian Harbison. Brian Harbison in the Natty Light, number 11X. The 11T is Tom Grothuse out of San Antonio. And the 76 choosing to start scratch. That's going to be Michael Carlock out of Aransas Pass, Texas. As you see, the 77 Cody Beto skates up a little, opens the door. Here comes the 14 of Trent Beaver. The 77 back to his inside here. The 77 just a touch tight that lap. Now the 14's going to skate up, open the door back for the 77. 77 Cody Beto going to have a good run down the back straightaway here to take the lead back, getting down in there. They all tiptoe around through 3 and 4. Here we come. Here comes Marcus Maklachek on the inside. Look out, the 14 drives up into the 93 there. Maklachek on the bottom. Keep an eye on that 79 car. Marcus Maklachek coming for the lead right here. And he's got it. Marcus Maklachek, your new leader. Cody Beto second. Trent Beaver right there in third. Look out, we got one around over there. It's like the 11T of Tom Grothuse. He's going to keep it rolling. One solo, you head to the pits. So you don't want to sit there. If you solo, you don't want to sit there. You got to go. You're going to be headed to the pits anyway. The 93 of Mark Greiner here, he's digging on him on the outside. He's the only one I've seen really run the outside without pushing up. Here he comes. He's going to pass around Beaver now. He's trying to give Cody Beto a run down the back straightaway on the top side. It's good. We want to see that top side come in early enough to give us a good feature with no problems. Good race there for second as Marcus Maklachek has kind of drove away from him here. Two to go that time by for Marcus Maklachek. Maklachek in the 879, very experienced, seasoned dirt racer. Cody Beto becoming a dirt racer, picked up his first dirt feature this season. Look out as Greiner almost goes over in that 93. Look out. He climbs the wall 2 different times. White flag for Maklachek. Greiner in that 93 got way outside, going to allow Beaver to get by him. Here comes the Natty Light of Brian Harbison trying to put the Natty move on him. It looks like he's going to get it done. Move Harbison up into 4th there. Your winner, the 879 Marcus Maklachek. Second going to go to Cody Beto in the 77. Third, Trent Beaver in the 14. Next up should be our pure stocks on the pole in the 72 is going to be Dylan Jennings. Outside in the 35, Tony Blankenship Nova is going to be GW Hassan. Inside row 2, the 32 is Mickey Helms. Outside him in the 9 is going to be Gary Butler. And bringing up the rear of the 42M, going to be Wesley Maurer. All right, the 32 and 35 wanted to start scratch. As, you know, starting scratch in a field of 5 is kind of like he didn't do a whole lot of changing. As a matter of fact, the 32 still saying he's going to start scratch, starting the same position he would have started anyway. Here we go. Dylan Jennings in that 72 Chevelle. Here comes Mickey Helms, and you at the same time you got the 35. We want to start scratch so we can push people down the straightaway. Right away, the 32 of Mickey Helms out front. He won the last pure stock race here. The 35 of GW Hassan second. Gary Butler in that 9. He's been strong. He's getting faster and faster in that 9 car. These 2 Novas, though, they're playing havoc on this clash right now. And nobody can catch them 2 Novas so far. Those Novas probably been racing around this track here at Texana Raceway Park for 20 years, honestly. They've looked terrible. They've looked beautiful. You never know what's going to show up out of them Novas. I think the 35 later tonight's going to tag on the back of the factory stock race just to see how a pure stock competes with a factory stock. So we'll see how that goes for him later. Hassan having a hard time trying to get up and mess with Mickey Helms. Hassan got on his inside. Mickey drove it in there deep, slid it up sideways. Here comes Hassan on the bottom, going to take over the lead. GW Hassan, no! Problems for the 35, pulls it into the infield. Not sure what happened. Might have been car owner orders. Don't outrun a 32. I doubt it, but some problems with the 35 here. Wesley Maurer just picking up that 42 car this week from Joey Heineman down in Corpus Christi. He bought that car to come out here and play, and he's running good. He's right on Butler's rear bumper, and Butler's no slouch in this class. So the 42 of Wesley Maurer showing us he's going to be a competitor in this deal. Two to go, Mickey Helms. Your winner, Mickey Helms in the 32. Next up are E-Mods on the pole in the 6-inch. Out of Corpus Christi, that's going to be Daniel Preston. Outside him in the 33, Braden Tumlinson. Row 2, the 04 is Cooper Kaliba. And outside him in the 68T is Daniel Taylor. Row 3, the 48 is Braden Tomlinson. And outside, Summer Nave in the 21. Bringing up the rear, Donald Shunka in the 13S. Lights going out. We're going right here. Lights are out. Here we go. Lights are out. You'll hear me, and I apologize. Trying to talk on the receiver and talk to the crew, do a few things at one time tonight, and announce to you folks. So here we go, Daniel Preston in the 6-inch. Tumlinson's been fast. So far this season, you've seen the 33 pick up a win and the 6-inch pick up a win. The 33 getting by him there on the bottom. The 6-inch allowed him, gave a little too much opening there on the bottom. Opened the door for the 33, and the bottom right now is really, really good. Best spot you got on the track, I think. Preston continues to drive up a little high there with that 6-inch, allowing Cooper Kaliba to get on by him. Cooper, your track champion here at Texana Raceway Park in the 04. If you're wondering what the deal is with some of them no roof and some of them have a roof, you also notice the ones without a roof have a big spoiler. The ones with the roof don't have a spoiler. So we've kind of modified the class a little bit. Trying to make the cars look different than all the other cars. So the end goal, I think, for E-Mods is going to be that no roof. We call it topless. The topless look with the big spoiler on the back is going to be the end result for this class eventually. Definitely cool. You can see the driver in there working. That spoiler adds a lot of downforce, gives them a good run. Kaliba all over the back end of the 33 here. Two to go this time by. White flag, one lap left. Oh, Shunka here. Tomlinson trying to get by. He's going to get on by here for the checker flag. 33 is going to pick up the win. Braden Tomlinson, the 04. Cooper Kaliba going to bring it home second. All right, the Jacksonville Tool and Die heat number one for our 410 Elite Series non-wing sprint cars. On the pole is going to be the 15 of Colton Corbin. Outside him in the 21K is going to be Kobe Simpson. Inside row number 2 is going to be Craig Oakes in the 91. Outside him in the AK-47 is going to be Nick Stewart. Row 3, Paul White out of Temple, Texas in the 1. Outside and Mike Merrill in the 33, and bringing up the rear, Justin Zimmerman in the number 1. Number 1. So there's 2 1s in this one. One's got the hashtag 1, number 1, and one's just a number 1. As you can tell, it takes some push to get these big motors turning. They are direct drive, so there's no starter. It's just basically you go from a motor to a rear end, folks. So they got to push start them. It's simple as neutral or in gear. So there is no transmission you're shifting or doing anything. Once you stop the car, and the reason they come out and stop is they gotta get stopped, put it in gear, and then get pushed. Here we go. I told y'all they're going to get faster and faster as the night goes on. .47 out front, the AK-47 Nick Stewart out front right now. Colton Corbin in that orange 15, second now. Paul White dropping back to fourth. He started fifth, so I guess he ain't really dropping back. That third place car's getting it figured out, though. Keep an eye on that one. That's the #1. Justin Zimmerman started dead last, going for second right here. Zimmerman from dead last to second. For the lead, Zimmerman from dead last to the lead. You can see he's just driving the car way harder than everybody else. He backs it into the turn and boom, shoots out of there like a rocket ship. Two to go that time by. Winner, here he comes by. Justin Zimmerman right there, the #1, the #1, your winner. All right, rolling out next, heat #2 on the pole. The 31 is going to be Mason Smith. Outside, the 36 of Kevin Reed. Inside, row number 2 is going to be the 48. Caden McCreary. 99X, Dalton Stevens. The 63 is Chris Williams. The 48X is Neil Matuska. And Trent Dixon, the East Bernard youngster, will be bringing up the rear in the 41. Heat number 2 in the Texas Aero Plastics Heat number 2 Elite Series. Let's get them doubled up here. We'll be ready to go. Woo! All right. All right, we'll be showing them one this time by. Get our heat race number 2 underway here. Tell you what, we saw Zimmerman in that pound 1, that hashtag 1, go from dead last to the win. Hell of a race. Let's see who's got something this time. How about our youngster in the 41, Trent Dixon? He's only like 12. Like I said, he's too young to race with the IMCA Race Saver group. The SUS sprint cars we saw here April 2nd, they can't allow him to run because of the IMCA sanction body says he's too young. But the American Sprint Car Series says, oh, come on. We'll let him race. Here he is. All right, lights out. We're going right here, folks. Might have been the 99X around the top. Here he comes. Keep an eye on that black, pink, and white car. Going to cross him over. Dalton Stevens in the 99X. Right now, though, the 31 of Mason Smith holding him off. You got to love the white rims. Coming up on halfway here. Oh, look out, he gotta go around. Oh, and he stops. All right, our second place driver going around there just drove it in there deep, and it did not stick for him. So tough break for the 99 there. He's going to have about a lap and a half. Here we go. Mason Smith still out front in the 31. The 36 now, Kevin Reed coming on. Your winner in the 31 is going to be Mason Smith. Mason Smith, your winner. Next up, our IMCA Modified Division. On the pole, the 17 is going to be Adrian Awalt. Outside him in the 77 is going to be Robert Lease Jr. Inside, row number 2, the 45, Brian Matchesek. Outside him in the 741 is going to be Cameron Starry. Row 3 on the inside, the 101 of Tanner Whitmire. And outside him in the 53 XX, Chandler Fox. Bringing up the rear out of the San Antonio Atkins area is going to be Jamie Campbell in the 129. Lights are out. Here we go. The 17 and the 77 skate up. The 741 of Cameron Starry. Outside row 2 to the lead. 2 turns, picked up 3 spots. He's in the lead, the 741, Cameron Starry. Robert Lease in the 77. Second, Matchesek in the 45 coming to challenge him as 77 goes way high, but he's going to hold it. Here comes Whitmire making it 3 wide. Whitmire in the 101 on the bottom here. The 77 once again pushes up way out there. Going to allow both of them to go by. He's going to lose 2, maybe even 3 spots. Here comes Jamie Campbell on his inside. Whitmire in the 101 down to second as Cameron Starry trying to drive away and hide in the 741. Problems for Awalt in the 17 as he takes it through the infield. He's taking a shortcut lap. Halfway that time by on Cameron Starry. White flag, 1 lap left for the 741, Cameron Starry. Good job by the youngster out of Robstown, Texas, the Robstown Rocket, the 741 of Cameron Starry picking up the win. 3 heat races coming up for our factory stocks. On a pole, the 02 out of Victoria's Shannon Maurer. Outside him, the 53 out of Cuero, Edward Oaks. Row number 2, the 179. Out of Parts Unknown is Donald Kane Jr. Outside him in the 24, John Leda. Inside row 3, the 98, that's Mike Karelka. And outside the 63, making his debut in his new car, Chase Sanchez. Lucky Gilbert in the 36 and the 11D of John Drexler. Don't look like Lucky Gilbert made it, but it looks like the 35 are pure stocks out there to have a little fun. Little smoke out of Chase Sanchez here. Like I said, brand new car. He's going to put some dents in it right off the bat. How about the 179 of Donald Kane? Donald Kane in the lead. The 53, Edward Oaks, started up front and faded back to fourth. Now working his way back forward into third here. Edward Oaks normally drives a sport mod. Now he's running factory stock. I'm sure he likes the competition level inside the factory stock division. He wants to race with as many cars as he can. We got debris over in turn number 2. It's a plastic bumper cover. It ain't going to hurt nobody. The 24 was put to the rear there, but the other cars behind him didn't want to pass him, as we told him on the receiver, so they're going to find their way behind him. He's going to get right back up in the mix here with the 53. He got into that left rear quarter of the 53 and turned him. We're going to show him 2 to go this time by. Donald Kane Jr. out front in the 179. Shannon Maurer in the 02 right there on his rear bumper. You see John Leda in the 24 tippy-toe in there trying not to get in the left rear of that 53. As here comes Maurer on the inside of the 179. He's going to dig him out and do a little rooting here. Here comes the 53, going to get in the mix, make it 3 wide down into turn number 3. The 179 says, no, I ain't doing that. This is the white flag. It's right here, white flag. The 24, John Leda gets the lead. How about that craziness? O2 and Maurer runs in there, runs into the back of the 24. John Leda, your winner. The 179 not happy with the 02. After the 02 rooted him out down there in 1 and 2. Heat number 2 coming out next. On the pole, the 21 out of Cuero, Texas, Nathan Oakes. Outside in the 1H, I believe he runs out of Vidor, Texas. That's going to be Chad Herring. Row 2, the 99 out of Corpus Christi is going to be Triton Temple. The 1 is Jeff Moore. Row 3 on the inside, Dylan Alasco in the 41 and the 44, Sia Cord Beard. And bringing up the rear here, the 39, Michaela Trimble, and the 94 of Alan Torres. Torres in that 94 has been on fire, folks. Had a good run. Had a good run the last few weeks everywhere he goes. So that 94 has been tough. He started 14th in Corpus last weekend and drove his way up to second, or 2 weekends ago. Drove his way up to second from 14th on the outside. So keep an eye on that 94. Not sure the track is quite ready for him to run the outside that way, but we'll see what he's got here for him. The youngster on the pole, and the 99's tough too. You got to keep an eye on Temple and Herring. There's some good competition. Here we go. Nathan Oakes out front in that 21. Nathan Oakes, Jared Herring, Triton Temple, and the 39 is going to run in and run over the 99. Young lady in the 39 needs to work on her car control still a little bit. Here comes the 1H to try to get around Nathan Oakes in the 21. Here comes Herring, Jared Herring, new leader. Triton Temple going to try to go around Oakes as well. Going to make it work. Going to get up to second now. You got Jared Herring out front. Triton Temple in the 99 second. Oakes still digging on the outside here in the 21. And we're going to have a great feature in this class as well. Here comes Torres. Got one around down in turns 1 and 2. All right, lights are out. Here we go. Jared Herring out front. The 39, Michaela Trimble driving it in there. She started inside the last row, made her way up into third here. Good solid run in the heat race. Herring, then Temple. Here comes Trimble on the 39 on the inside. The 39. See if the 99's tires still good there. Look like it might have flattened the left rear here as the 39 ran over him for a second time in this race. White flag. All right, here we go. Heat number 3. On the pole out of Corpus Christi in the Saints Ford hot rod number 113, Hector Aguirre. Outside in the 55 is going to be Monty Chamberlain. Row 2, the 9 is Johnny Westfall. Outside in the 747, the Best Western Express of Cody Tesh. Inside row 3, the 04 is Jacob Burnett. Outside in the 3G, Grant Whitney Jr. Row 4, the 14J is Michael Pesic. And Lucky Gilbert in the 36 bringing up the rear here. Here we go. Gary kind of pushed out there, and Monty Chamberlain on his outside had to get up way high, allowing Johnny Westfall in the 9 to get on the inside here. Westfall going to try the outside on the 113. Hector Gary going to lead lap number 1 in what looks like an extremely tight car there. Smoker in the back, that's going to be Lucky Gilbert in the 36. Westfall, Cody Tesh right there having a run. The 747, Cody Tesh, that is Westfall's old car. He's in his new car, the 9 there. So the 747 with Cody Tesh in it, challenging for the lead here. That's the old Westfall hot rod. They're both good cars. Tesh makes his way around to Geary to take over the lead in the Best Western 747. Cody Tesh kind of drove away from him here. Geary still in second. Westfall third. Jacob Burnett pounding down some tires, causing him to almost get into Monty Chamberlain. Those dang infield tires, infield tractor tire gets you every time. Westfall and Aguirre having a great racer second here. Westfall's got the bottom now. Let's see if he can make it work. Good clean race out of the 9. He ain't gonna touch him. That's how you get it done right there. That's a good clean racing. I think the 9 might have got him at the line. I don't know. Johnny Westfall picking up the second place finish there right at the line. On the pole for your A-Main limited modified event here. This is your A-Main on the pole. Marcus Maklachek out of Corpus Christi in the 879. Outside the front row in the 77, Oasis Bruin. Armadillo Motorsports, Cody Beto in the 77. Inside row 2, the 14 is Trent Beaver out of China Grove. The 11X, the Natty Light Machines, Brian Harbison. Row 3 on the inside, the 93 is Mark Greiner. And outside in the 76 out of Aransas Pass, Texas is Michael Carlock. The rear is going to be the 11T of Tom Grothuse out of San Antonio and the 410 of Audrey Joe. Audrey Joe in the 410. Looks like we're missing the 14. Looks like we're missing the 14. All right, waiting on Trent Beaver in the 14. I saw him running to his car back there. He was up in the stands or something and realized the sport mods are on the racetrack about to go. And I'm not sure where Tom Grothuse is. Tom Grothuse, the 11T. We're waiting on Tom Grothuse in the 11T and the 14 of Trent Beaver. If we could get those two cars up here, we'll be ready to go. I hate anybody to miss their race because you didn't pay attention to when your race was. That's a problem. Right now we got them rolling the top a little bit, folks. It'll help our top line just a bit. So they're rolling that top, get that racetrack a little better, is what we're working at. I can see they got Beaver in the car, it looks like. Still looking for the 11T of Tom Grothuse and the 14. All right, I gave the speech over the receiver about you need to get up here, get going. Here we go. Lights are out. Sport Mod main event. Marcus Maklicek, just as we saw in the heat race, quickly out front. Cody Beto second, digging on the very bottom. Trent Beaver in that 14. It feels like they're starting to move the line up a little bit in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 looks that same way. They're starting to get it a little higher, a little higher. Can't wait to see what the sprint cars will give us up there. Maklicek still out front in the 879 to 77. Cody Beto second. Trent Beaver third with Harbison all over his back bumper trying to find a way around him. Beto running a different line. Car still a little tight, trying to roll it around the top versus the 879 running just below the middle of the track. Harbison getting a good run under Beaver here. Keep an eye down the back straightaway. Here comes the 11. Trying to take over third place. Car pushes up just a bit. Trent Beaver gonna try to work around the outside. No, give it to Brian Harbison in the 11X. Audrey Joe in the 410, lap traffic here. Gonna get past. Young lady does a good job. I don't know how old she is. She ain't very old, but she's doing a good job out there for her first ever sport mod race that I know of. She's a hot rod in a go-kart, I'll tell you all that. She won the last senior go-kart race here, so or junior. So if she's in a junior, she's only 8 to 10 years old in a go-kart. So Trent Beaver in that 14 fading back fast. Not sure what's going on with the 14 car, but he went from challenging for second back to fourth and struggling here a little bit. The 11T of Tom Grothe is now trying to run him down and get by him up into the top 5. He is in the top 5 trying to get to fourth. Right now you see the 77 of Beto trying to run down Marcus Maklicek, and Harbison trying to run down Beto. Good little race for the lead here coming up. Beto seems to have moved down just a touch and helped him, maybe driving it a touch harder. The car was a little tight. He can drive it a little harder and free it up. Looks like he's getting it done now, and he's gaining ground on Maklicek. They'll be getting a halfway signal next time by. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Here comes Beto on the bottom. Maklachek knows he's there now. Here we go, side by side out of turn 4. Maklachek going to hang on for now. They're good friends, so I can promise they're not going to wreck each other or rub on each other. They're going to race each other. Beto with another good run down the back straightaway. Here comes Beto to the inside with a big drive. Cody Beto, new leader. Maklachek with a big run, gets it down in there. What a race, side by side down the back straightaway. Beto with a slight advantage getting down into 3, but watch that 879. Gonna run it big down there. Oh, Beto gets a little crossed up, gonna give the lead back to the 879. Meanwhile, Harbison right there to try to take the lead with him. Keep an eye on that 11, the Natty Light Hot Rod. Maklachek after running the top. Now he's back on the very bottom. Look out, here comes the 11X under the 77. Almost goes in the infield. We're still rolling. Here comes Beto again on the bottom. Not this time. Tell you what, Beto in this new 77 chassis is he's getting it figured out on this dirt thing, I'll tell y'all that. He's all over Maklachek in the 879 here. They're going to find some lap traffic real soon that's going to cause some problems for them. Maklachek found something, puts a little air between him and the 77. Grinder way up high in that 93 car. The 77 clears the 410. The 79 clears the 93 almost. Problems for Brian Harbison. Lots of smoke out of the 11X. Lots of smoke out of the 11X. Great run out of that 11X. Hate to see it go up in smoke that way. 2 to go for the 879. Marcus Maklachek. There he comes. Now you can hear, give him a round of applause, Marcus Maklachek. Well, Marcus, what do you think? You know, Cody Beto, he's been figuring this dirt thing out a little bit. So I was telling him on the mic, you know, He's an old asphalt guy, and you're up there digging on the. You're the dirt guy, and he's up there digging on you a little bit. What'd you think about all that?
Man, he definitely put the pressure on us tonight. Cody's a good driver. He's a lot of fun to race with. Man, I can't thank everyone that helps enough on this thing. My wife for coming out, supporting, and letting me do it. Joe Armandia, James Cole, everyone they're a big part of this deal, and I couldn't do it without them.
All right, so you knew probably coming sprint cars is going to be a little heavy tonight. Did you do anything to prepare for the track condition the way it is?
Man, actually, we kind of went the opposite direction. We've been chasing this car on the drier tracks and just working on that.
All right, well, congratulations, Marcus Maklicek, your winner. He said he has T-shirts at the trailer if you want one. Cost you about 20. All right, here we go. The 32 is Mickey Helms. The 9 is Gary Butler. The 42 is Wesley Maurer. The 72 is Dylan Jennings. And the 35, GW Hassan. Tim, we can't. And we're off. Green flag, green light. Gary Butler, GW Hassan, lead them down through turns 1 and 2. The 35 going to take the lead. GW Hassan. The 32 requesting to start scratch way back in the back. Mickey Helms, here he comes trying to get around the 42 of Maurer. Hassan trying to build him up a big lead in that 35, so they don't got to contend with that 32 of Mickey Helms here in a minute. Well, I think that drone took a beating. We're going to have a drone caution here. He's going to have to go to the rear. I don't think it's going to go anymore, honestly. Can we get the ambulance over to the drone? That thing will need some mouth-to-mouth after that one, I promise. All right, here we go. Here we go, Mickey Helms, GW Hassan right there at the front. Oh, Hassan just snaps it, turns that thing, guns it. No, sir, not yet, Helms. These two both drive alike, made a lot of laps around Texana Raceway Park. Helms hits the tire down at the apex of 3 and 4, moving it out onto the race surface. Halfway that time by. Halfway. Problems for Maurer. Yeah, he gets on top of the tire, backs off the tire. Man, this racing stuff is fun. Bam, little bumper out of the 32 of Mickey Helms. Here we go. 42 ran out of talent. Here another tire. He runs out of talent right there at turn 4. Mickey Helms gave him the old rope a dope. We'll see if he can drive it in as hard as I can. No, sir, you can't. Here comes Helms, not yet. And I promise you, Hassan knows he's there. Couple of Tony Blankenship cars going at it hard for the win here. Oh, side by side, I think Helms has him this time in the 32. He got him, Mickey Helms, new leader. The 72, gonna get up out of the way. Dylan Jennings. To go. All right, let's catch a word with Mickey Helms, your winner in the 32. And the drone looks a little rough there, buddy. There he comes now. You can hear y'all, folks. Give him a round of applause. Mickey Helms. Good job, Micky. So you elected to start scratch, and the start was a little awkward because you were kind of back there. Nobody wanted to kind of get in position. It took off, but that was a hell of a race between you and GW.
We have fun together. That was an awesome race.
Yeah, it was. You know, we were just talking about how it doesn't take a whole lot of speed to put on a hell of a race. You two guys, Pure Stocks aren't the fastest division we have here, but it was one of the best races we've seen in a while. So when you're good friends and you're out there racing each other clean and hard, it's really a good show. So thank y'all for that.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping the track open, and thank you, Tony, for letting me drive this thing. And maybe we can keep Michaela slow her down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll work on that too. So Jude, give her the trophy here, and we're going to catch a picture. Hold the flag for him, Jude. Quick picture. Mickey Helms. All right, so far it's the 42 of Wesley Maurer, 1, drone 0. Just saying. E-Mods coming out next. On the pole, out of the Victoria, Texas area in the 33 is going to be Braden Tomlinson. Outside in the 04, Cooper Kaliba. Row number 2 on the inside, the 6 inches, Daniel Preston out of Corpus Christi. And outside him in the 48 is Brandon Tomlinson. Row 3, the 13S, Donald Shunka. And outside in the 68T is going to be Daniel Taylor. Bringing up the rear, Summer Nave in the 21. We got 7 cars. We got a 20-lap feature. Then we will bring out our sprint cars. All right, here we go. Tomlinson on the front row with Kaliba. A 48 going to drive it in there until you see some holy moly. Brandon Tomlinson on the 48 going to take the lead down the front straightaway. Then he's going to spin out in front of his brother. They're going to connect. Oh, and 04, Cooper Kaliba connects too. Big time problems there. Going to have to go caution. All right, here we go. Braden Tomlinson once again taking off in the 33. This time the 6-inch. The 04 had a pretty good shot on the 48, so hopefully that car's okay. Don't know if that car's handling quite the same after the shot. You can see the front bumper just smashed in that car. On a track with this much bite and tack, as fast as it is, it's actually a disadvantage maybe for that no roof and spoiler because your car's going to naturally be tighter that way. Daniel Preston on the outside here trying to get around. Cooper Kaliba ain't done yet in the 04. Preston runs it in way too high there and got up into the greasier stuff and did not go. Looks like the 33 maybe towed out a little too, so he's struggling a little bit too. The 04, Cooper Kaliba, here we go. 33 has enough motor to motor away from him, but in the turns, he's struggling a little bit, and that's where they're kind of catching him. The 6-inch starting to fade as the 04 continues to put a little pressure on the 33 here. Halfway. The 04 continuing to work on the 33 here. And we see the piece of white aluminum up against the wall back there. It isn't no harm to, no problems for anybody. Here comes the 04. Cooper Kaliba going to take the lead out of turn number 4. He worked on him, finally makes his way around him. .33 going to work his way through the infield now. Lose another spot to Daniel Preston as he almost wrecks down the front straightaway. Kaliba trying to make his way around Donald Shunka, does that as he gets a lap car between him and Daniel Preston along with about a half a straightaway. Cooper in the 04 with some heavy front end damage, getting it done here. Your winner, the 04, Cooper Kaliba. Way to go, Cooper. You got some definite heavy damage up here. Gonna need one of them new WRT bumpers. That one's smashed. Hey, when you can smash it and pick up the win, take it all day. There he comes. Give him a round of applause. He can hear you, Cooper Kaliba. See, he likes it. He climbs out the roof. It's no problem when you ain't got no roof on this thing. All right. Cooper, you saved me, buddy. I tell you, every win so far where there's been a topless car in the race, the topless cars have won. So I'm proving a point, and you saved me from having a non-topless car win, so thank you. Hey, what do you think? Got into a little incident over there with a 48 spun. Did it change the car much as you went?
Oh, yeah, it messed with the handling. The steering felt wobbly on the straightaways afterwards. I really thought it was a flat or something, but we got lucky.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a great race. Way to hang in there and keep digging. You could see that the 33 was a little toe out after hitting the 48 as well, so he struggled a little bit, left the door open for you. What'd you feel on that pass there?
It felt good. I was just hoping I could hold on to it, and I guess I did.
Good job. Who do you got to thank for this?
I had to thank my parents, I had to thank God, of course, and I have to thank you for keeping this track running.
All right, thank you. Y'all give him a round of applause. Cooper, heck of a job. Here, let's get a picture, guys. All right. If you showed up for sprint cars, guess what? It's time. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. Get them all out here at once. They will be making their way to the South Texas Race Ranch in Corpus Christi tomorrow night. If you so feel enthused to drive south. Uh-oh, Cooper lost his helmet. Our ASCS Elite Sprint Cars. Here we go. On the pole in the 31 is going to be Mason Smith out of Wichita Falls, Texas. Outside him in the 36 is going to be Kevin Reed out of Claremore, Oklahoma. Row 2, you're going to find the AK-47 of Nick Stewart out of Amarillo, and the #1, number 1 of Justin Zimmerman out of Athens, Texas. Row 3, you'll find out of Temple, Texas, and the number 1 is going to be Paul White. Outside him, the 48X, Neil Matuska out of Waxahachie. Row 4, the 48 of Caden McCreary out of Terrell, Texas, and the 15 of Colton Corbin out of Kaufman. Row 5, the 99X, Dalton Stevens out of Scurry, Texas, and the 91 is Craig Oakes out of Marshall, Texas. Row 6, the 63, Chris Williams out of Terrell, and the 21K, Kobe Simpson out of Bonham, Texas. Bringing up the rear here on the inside, row number 7, the 41, Trent Dixon out of East Bernard, and Mike Merrill out of Royce City, Texas. We're going to roll them off. Here we go. All right, this is the one you've been waiting for. I tell you what, you might have been waiting on this one, but you ain't seen any slouch and some good racing. We saw some great racing out of our sport mods between Cody Beto and Marcus Maklachek for the lead. Then we saw a pure stock race that was just phenomenal between Mickey Helms and GW Hassan. Then you see a great race between Tumlison, the 6-inch of Preston, and your winner Kaliba in the E-Mod. So far, nothing but good quality, hard racing. A lot of fun to watch. Glad you're here to see it tonight and hope you're enjoying it at home on Race On Texas. But here's our main event for the evening pretty much. We still got the IMCA modifieds and the factory stocks. But if you came to watch sprint cars, it's time. All right, here they come. They're going to double them up, stack them, rack them, and here we go. ASCS Elite Series. All right, in the heat races, we saw Mason Smith turn to 16.8. We saw several 16s out of Justin Zimmerman and Paul White in the first heat. So we're going to see what the times do. 16.595 so far, the fastest time we've seen out of the sprint cars. Y'all stand up, give them a round of applause. I'll give you a 3-wide salute as they come by here. This is what you came to see, and they came to put on a show for you. Give them a round of applause. Heck yeah, that's what we're here for, folks. Drone getting a good shot. All right, we'll double them up and go racing here. Gonna show them one this time by. I think we're gonna see speeds way faster than we saw earlier. Lights are out. We're going this time by. Remember, Zimmerman in that #1. He'll be starting outside row 2. He came from dead last to winning his heat race. So let's keep an eye on outside row 2. Lights out. This is it, folks. Here we go. Mason Smith, Kevin Reed, bring them to the green. And a tiptoe through 1 and 2 there. Reed out front right off the bat. Zimmerman second. Top 5 cars all in the low 16s that time by. Front wheels barely on the ground of the 36 as he comes out of turn number 4. Zimmerman on the outside for the lead right here down the back straightaway, going to take it away. Pulls the front wheels off the ground out of 2 and gone. Front wheel, big wheel stand down the front straightaway out of Zimmerman in the 1. '36 having some issues. 36, something might be going wrong in the front end of that race car as he keeps getting way sideways down in 3 and 4. Got popped by Mason Smith a little in the front end, but looks like he's still rolling. That #1, keep an eye on him out of 4. We got one up top. Gonna have to go caution. Mason Smith currently second. Justin Zimmerman out front. Paul White sitting in 4th. So they're in the 15s. Your leaders turned to 15.8, so they've dropped almost a second since the heat races. Still rolling on some fast laps, and the track continues to get faster and faster as we go here. Lights out. Let's try it again here. We had them rolling good right there. I tell you what, Zimmerman, the points leader for the Elite Series, out front, showing why he's the points leader. And the last lap, lap number 8, when he completed lap 8, that's the fastest lap of the night by any car to 15.869. Here we go. 99. Dalton Stevens on the move. Oh, we got one hard over in turn number 4. Hard hit up into the wall there as you saw sparks fly and the car go tumbling. Well, looks like they're going to try to flip him back over. Okay, they're taking it gentle. I've been told we're going to call 911, get an ambulance headed this direction. We have an EMT out there with them right now, so we're going to go see what's going on here. Y'all bear with us. The driver, we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Bring the family out to Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas to watch 150 drivers race at the same time for $25,000. It's full of non-stop action, thrills, and spills. Adult tickets are just $15. Affordable family fun that your kids will love. Don't miss the 8th annual Lone Star 600, presented by FCA Motorsports. Get your tickets now at LoneStar600.com.
CRS Suspension and Fabrication is your trusted source for premium dirt oval shocks. For dwarf cars to late models and everything in between. We also offer adjustable spoilers and adjustable shock mounts, upgrades, car setup services, and even professional tech support for your entire racing season. You either run CRS shocks or you get outran by them. Call us today, 254-933-CRS1.
What is it about the 600 that gets you guys excited to come back each and every year?
Well, I tell you, the guys out here, we're here to put on a show and make friends. There's people here, I'm pitted with them over here and on this side of me as well. This is the only place I see these guys. We've been friends for 4 or 5 years now. This is the only time we see each other. It's like a family reunion every time we come out here.
Well, it's just a lot of fun to get out there with all the competition and everything. And as crowded as it gets and working through traffic, it's a ball. It's just a lot of fun. I can't see how you can't do this, but just having fun doing it.
You look at racing and you look at NASCAR and you look at how they started. They used to put 60 and 70 cars on track down there in Daytona on the beach. They do 200 here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. It's incredible.
I've been waiting for these kind of races all my life, 30 years of racing. And I'd like to thank Brad and Jack for putting them on. We'd like to see more of them.
that seems to be the theme. Everybody we talk to, they enjoy this event because they see people they don't always see. They see them here once a year. They have a good time, and I would assume that's a lot of the reason why you guys do this year in, year out.
Yes, I've raced since '83. We've pretty much raced everything but a sprint car. Burn out on the $300 to win stuff every week. These are what we have fun with.
Crossways, big wreck.
Spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. If pop a bottle about to make it rain, let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do,
folks, we're down here on the front straightaway. Night one official results winner, Mr. Lawrence Meklachek. If I butchered that, I'll get you to say it right out of Corpus Christi. Tell me what it's like to run 300 laps at that pace and then get at you. I think you mentioned something to me. You're getting too old for this, but you look pretty sporty out there to me.
I was about halfway through that deal, and I know I'm too old for this. I just kept plugging, and I don't, this is only the second enduro I've run, and I didn't know, how to pace myself or anything. I just try to get up there on the cushion and save the tires and keep it rolling.
playing old rock songs on an air guitar, posing for your picture like a superstar. Yeah, come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do,
folks, we're back down here, finally cut off with Randy Bubba Seals. Now, we can talk enduros all we want, but you got the coolest car collection in the world. I know you don't keep them long, you sell them. I enjoy the social media posts, but talk to us a little bit about the Lone Star 600. What brings you back here? Looks like you had a really good run tonight, but what is it about this event to get you to get that fire suit off the mothballs and get back in the ride here?
It's there ain't nothing like it. It's a cool race. It's something that anybody can have. Any rules, there's bare minimum rules, so anybody can come out here and have fun, whether they got $5,000 car or $15,000 car. it's really and truly like some of these guys. I've been racing with them a long time, and they are good. They are real good. And winning a race like this is a big deal.
Dance along, oh, it just feels so good. I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, it just feels so good.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Bring the family out to Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas to watch 150 drivers race at the same time for $25,000. It's full of non-stop action, thrills, and spills. Adult tickets are just $15. Affordable family fun that your kids will love. Don't miss the 8th annual Lone Star 600, presented by FCA Motorsports. Get your tickets now at LoneStar600.com.
CRS Suspension and Fabrication is your trusted source for premium dirt oval shocks. For dwarf cars to late models and everything in between. We also offer adjustable spoilers and adjustable shock mounts, upgrades, car setup services, and even professional tech support for your entire racing season. You either run CRS shocks or you get outran by them. Call us today, 254-933-CRS1.
We're about halfway through this one, and we still got our IMCA mods and our factory stocks.
What is it about the 600 that gets you guys excited to come back each and every year?
Well, I tell you, the guys out here, we're here to put on a show and make friends. There's people here, I'm pitted with them over here and on this side of me as well. This is the only place I see these guys. We've been friends for 4 or 5 years now. This is the only time we see each other. It's like a family reunion every time we come out here.
Well, it's just a lot of fun to get out there with all the competition and everything. And as crowded as it gets and working through traffic, it's a ball. It's just a lot of fun. I can't see how you can't do this, but just having fun doing it.
You look at racing and you look at NASCAR and you look at how they started. They used to put 60 and 70 cars on track down there in Daytona on the beach. They do 200 here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. It's incredible.
I've been waiting for these kind of races all my life, 30 years of racing. And I'd like to thank Brad and Jack for putting them on. We'd like to see more of them.
Let's keep Colton in our prayers, guys. Bad wreck, bad situation. Take the time to say a prayer for Colton. We're going to go back to racing here. All right, lights going out. Justin Zimmerman, your leader. Out front, second's going to be Mason Smith. I believe third is the AK-47 and Nick Stewart, and then Paul White in fourth. Here we go. The 99, Dalton Stevens on the move. Started ninth, up to fourth, challenging for third here. On the inside of the AK-47, got a slide job, get by the AK-47, moving him into third, Dalton Stevens. The youngster Trent Dixon going a lap down, though, doing a great job holding his line, not having any issues there. Good job by the 41. Coming up on 2 to go. 2 to go next time by for Justin Zimmerman. The race is for second here. The 99 gets by. Coming to the checker, the 99 going to go from 9th to 2nd. There he comes. Now I can hear you, Justin Zimmerman. All right, we catch up here with Justin Zimmerman real quick. Didn't take you a long time to get from outside second row to the lead. Give us a little bit of what you had there in the beginning and what you needed to do, what your thought process was as you worked your way there and got the point.
Before the green, I kind of tried to spin the tires a little bit, see how the car was feeling, and I knew I was super tight. So I just was going to keep my, have a lot of patience with the car because I can't back it in when it's that tight. And then just kind of played around with the Kevin Reed there for a little bit. Then I just moved out to the outside and I had to get going. So just had a good time. I want to thank everybody for coming out. This is a really fun place. Thank you.
All right. You got anybody you want to thank for helps you get all this done, get out here and race with us?
I want to thank Danny and Debbie Debrick, D-Up Racing. This is all their equipment, and I'm lucky enough to get to drive it and work on it. And Paisley, my daughter, for coming out tonight and making the haul, and we'll try to do it again tomorrow night.
All right, thank you, sir. Good job. Next up, our IMCA Modifieds. Modifieds coming up next. All right, coming out of IMCA Modified Division. On the pole in the 77 is Robert Lease Jr. Outside, Brian Machasek in the 45. Row 2 on the inside, the 741 is Cameron Starry. Outside the 101 is Tanner Whitmire. Row 3, the 29 is Jamie Campbell, and the 553XX is Chandler Fox. Bringing up the rear, the 17 is Adrian Awalt. 20 laps, IMCA mod action. Then we got our factory stocks to wrap up the night. Here we go. Gonna show more in this time by. Heat race, we saw the 741, the youngster, the Robstown Rocket, take the win. Cameron Starry, let's see what he's got for the feature. Here we go. Robert Lease Jr. quickly out front. He's carried that left front way up in the air as he gets through 1 and 2. Machasek second, Starry third. The 101 of Tanner Whitmire back in fifth. Jamie Campbell's gotten past him. Whitmire car looks a little bit tight tonight. He's one of the only winners in the field here. Caution's out for the 53XX. Robert Lease Jr. in the 77 didn't want to see the caution. Looked like he had a pretty good handle on it, although Brian Machasek in that 45 and Cameron Starry are right there digging. I tell you what, you notice the lines kind of moved in this deal. They're running more up along that cushion you see up on the high side more so than the bottom. So that's what we wanted. We wanted the line to move up the racetrack, and it seems to be doing just that. Here we go. Not a good restart for Brian Machasek. Here comes Jamie Campbell up to second. Robert Lease Jr. out front. Cameron Starry now back to third as Campbell makes his way by. Cameron Starry, Tanner Whitmire having a good race, family friends. Good race there. Robert Lease Jr. hanging on to this lead. I tell you what, he's up on the wheel tonight. Got that left front way up in the air. Getting that right here to dig. Jamie Campbell, though, veteran, been racing late models a lot lately and some modified, so don't count out that 129 yet or the 101, Tanner Whitmire. Seems like the 129's car's a little tight, getting a little tighter, won't turn quite right for him, and the 77's kind of on a rail, just rotating through the turn. At halfway right here, halfway this coming time by, you got to be worried about the 101 if you're the 129 of the 77, because the 101's the one coming. Whitmire up to second there. Here comes Campbell back on the outside. Gonna give it a run. Big run off of turn 2 for Campbell. Has to lift just a touch to keep from getting in the wall there. He holds off the 101 for a bit, but here comes Tanner Whitmire. That's 77, Robert Leach Jr. He carries the left front almost 3/4 of the way down the track. You see it's not on the ground still. It's just about to set down there. You really see it down the back straightaway. He knows Whitmire's right there. He can hear him. He may not know it's Whitmire, but he knows somebody's right in his inside right here. Here comes Cameron Starry back up under Jamie Campbell trying to take away third. Campbell's car seems to have gone away on him. Whitmire on the bottom of Leach Jr., not this time. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Robert Leach Jr. in the 77 trying to hang on here. Whitmire in the 101 right on his rear bumper digging. Here we go, 2 to go this time by. He just said it's about time. There he comes. Give a round of applause for Release Jr. the 77. Woo! Man, you breathing a little heavy there, buddy. That one wore you out, huh? I tell you what, do you have any idea who was behind you? You didn't care? You're just driving it for all it was worth?
I could catch a guy right on the corner of my eye, but I just kept digging. This is the best track in the Texas.
Awesome, man. I tell you what, the 101 was on your inside a lot there in the end of the race, and you looked like you just drove your race. You had a plan. The car was picking the left front way up in the air. Really the only car I saw really do that a lot, but it looked like it was just on a rail. Everybody else was a little tight. Was that part of the plan? You had this thing figured out tonight?
We've been working on it all year. Little here, little there, and we finally got it.
All right, well, congratulations. Who helps you get all this done and get out here?
All right, thank you very much.
You're good. All right, let's get a picture real quick. All right, one race left. We got our factory stocks coming up next. I think we have 22 of them on the track. So we're about to see good race here. Factory stocks always put on a good show here at Texana Raceway Park. Here we go. All right, on the pole tonight for the A main, the 24, John Leda. Outside front row, the 1H is Chad Herring, and inside row 2, the 747's Cody Tesh. Outside row 2 in the 02 is Shannon Maurer. Row 3, you're going to find the 99 of Triton Temple and the 9 of Johnny Westfall. Row 4, the 179 of Donald Kane and the 94 of Alan Torres. Row 5, the 113 Hector Aguirre and the 53 of Edward Oakes. Row 6, the 39 of Michaela Trimble, the 04 of Jacob Burnett. Row 7, the 63 of Chase Sanchez, the 41's Dylan Alesko. Row 8, the 55's Monty Chamberlain, the 11D is John Drexler. Row 9, the 44C is Cord Beard, the 3G, Grant Whitney Jr. Row 10, the 19 of Mike Horelka, the 21 is Nathan Oakes. Row 11, the 14J of Michael Pesic. The 1 is Jeff Moore. And the 36 of Lucky Gilbert bringing up the rear. 23 of them tonight for 20 laps. Here we go. John Leda quickly out front. We got a gaggle of cars behind him, though. Oh, they get together coming out of 4 there. Problems for Triton Temple in the 99. Problems for Triton Temple, man. He continues to struggle with issues. Always got one of the fastest cars. He's definitely one of the hottest drivers. He's just been having some issues lately. Hate to see it for the young driver. John Leda out front. Cody Tesh second in the Best Western Express. Third's going to be Shannon Maurer. Jared Herring in fourth. 94, I talked about him earlier. Alan Torres back here in fifth. Racing hard with Edward Oaks in the 53. And the 179's Donald Kane Jr. They're beating the heck out of these tires in the infield, I'll tell you that too. Alan Torres giving a little push to the 0-2, getting down the front straightaway here, saying, I got to go, let's go. Here comes Cody Tesh on the inside in the 747 under John Leda. Here comes the 94 with a big run down the back straightaway to get up under the 0-2 of Shannon Maurer. Your front two are having a little bumper tag. We're still rolling here. The 747, Cody Tesh, your leader. Keep an eye on this 94. I told you Alan Torres has been red hot in that hot rod. Gonna try the outside of Leda here, see if he can make the outside work. Big run for the 94 down the back straightaway on the outside. Here he comes. Going to come in right on the back bumper of Tesh as Leda goes in there, gets into the side of Tesh, turns him into the infield. Caution is out. Caution is out. Tough call, so we had quite a bit of talk up here trying to understand what the call was and what to do there with the 24 and the 747. It felt like a little checkup by the 747, and the 24 was there, but the 24 has to check up as well. We'll give the respect to the leader because the 747 was the leader. Thus, the 24 is going to catch the rear. It was either the 24 or both, honestly. So, tough call. Sometimes you got to let the leader have some respect there, and that's what's going to happen. So, we'll get them realigned here and go again. Here we go. See what the 24 does, trying to come back through the field here. Here we go. Alan Torres on the outside here in the 94. Talked about it all night. That 94 has been on rails lately. '94 Alan Torres just driving away from him in the 747 now has made his way back around Shannon Maurer. Here comes Maurer on the bottom now in the 02. Maurer gets into his left rear just a little bit, it looked like. The Best Western Express back in second. Jared Herring in the 1H having a good race, sitting fourth. The 53. Edward Oaks and the 179 of Donald Kane been having a good race together. Drexler goes around all by himself and then gets run into by Oaks, Nathan Oaks. They're all still rolling. Drexler going to pull up right in front of your leader. The 02 underneath the 747 down the back straightaway for second. The best race in the house right now, second between the 02 of Maurer and the 747 of Tesh. Maurer now comfortably in second as we come to the white flag for the 94 of Alan Torres. Maurer second, the 747 third. Herring trying to hang on to fourth as he's getting Oaks all over him here. Every single car. There's your winner, the 94, Alan Torres. Every single car managed to pound the tire down there in turns 1 and 2. Problems in turn 4. Winning to get the trophy. I come out and we got all kinds of extra stuff going in turn 4 over here. Not sure what that's about. There's your winner in the 94, though. Give a round of applause, Alan Torres. Welcome to Victory Lane, sir. Hell of a run. Crowd stuck around to watch you tonight, so I tell you what, good run. I talked about it all night. You've been red hot in this 94 car lately, and you put on a hell of a show from 14th to 2nd a couple weeks back in Corpus. Here you come out, and not sure where you wind up starting a feature, but it was a good run to the front. What'd you think? Give us a little bit about it.
Track was awesome. You did a good job, as always. I've been struggling with this new car lately when I start in the front. When I start in the back, the car's great. But I can thank my brother Johnny for the setup, and then Tom.
Yeah, 10-4. So Johnny helps you a little setup. That's scary.
A lot.
All right. Anybody else you want to thank on this thing?
Sundowner Performance RV diesel truck repair, All In Designs, Swinson Racing Shocks, Allen's 24/7 Towing, which is me.
Yeah, your wallet does a big part, right?
F-Bomb Diesel Performance out of Lavernia.
All right, congratulations, Alan Torres, picking up the win tonight. You headed to Corpus tomorrow or 37?
No, we're going to Rockport. I was supposed to be there today for a wedding, but I just had to come racing.
All right.